Hello, artist! We are going to learn how to weave today. Let's learn a little bit more about weaving. What is it? What is weaving? Weaving is the interlacing of two different materials. We will be using paper for our project. Weaving is used to make beautiful cloth, rugs, and decor. It's been done for hundreds of years. Lately, macrame wall hangings have become really popular. The loom holds the warp yarn. The warp are the strings that we add to the loom first. They're very tight, and the weft does the weaving. We've been learning so much about Kente cloth. It's that beautiful, bold African fabric from the country of Ghana. We've looked at the designs that are made on the cloth. We practiced doing that digitally last week, and now we're ready to make our own paper weaving that's going to be inspired by Kente cloth that's made by the Ashanti people. So here is what you are going to need today. You are going to need your red paper that you cut out last week, as well as, remember I told you to store all those strips in there? The strips that you cut. You might have yellow, you might have orange or green. I gave everybody 3 different colors so we have some variety when we were making them. You should have those strips. So that's what you need, the red paper and the strips of paper that we're going to be weaving inside of them. So take a moment and find those. All right, friends, I am here with my materials for weaving our project. We are going to be taking these strips. You may have different colors than me, and if you don't have these colors, white will work just fine. So take a piece of white paper and cut some strips out about 2 finger widths wide for your project. Last time you were here, we were working on cutting out the slits in our project for weaving. So to get rid of the distraction, we're going to turn this over. So we're just looking at the red side of our project, and we're going to grab a strip. We're going to work starting at the bottom of our project. And the first one's easy because I'm going to go under, over, under, over, under, over all of the lines here. So I'm going to go under. So I'm going under this red strip. And then I'm going to go over the next one, under. So this requires 2 hands working together. Over, under, over, under, over. All right, now if for some reason it's in the middle of your paper, take it and scooch it down to the end, all right, until it stops. So that is our first one. First one's always the easiest. It should make a pattern of color. So for example, my pattern is red, green, red, green, red, green the whole way up. If you're using a different color, you would substitute that color in there. Now we're going to choose the other color that you were given, and we are going to weave this in as well. But we want to do the opposite of what our green did. So if I went under with the green, all right, see it's hiding underneath there. I want to go over with my next color, color 2, which is yellow for me. So I'm going to go over, then under, then over, then under, then over this one, under, over, under. If it's in the middle, scooch it down till it touches the other one. I actually see my printed line on here a little bit. See that? And that. So I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to keep them right in place, grab both ends and flip them. Then I'm not distracted by the lines that were printed on here. And scooch them down until he touches your first strip. And when we look at this, they are doing the opposite. So the colors that I have weaved are not next to each other. And it's going to start making a checkerboard. Now, here are some things that I see students do. They do the same next to each other. So these are things that we don't want to see. See how these are next to each other? No good. All right, so you need to it's just paper, easy to fix, pull it out, and try again. Another thing I see are students who are not going over and under all of their lines. All right, so I went over and under a couple, but I didn't do every other one like I was supposed to. So this is not correct. It's not going to make a checkerboard. So take that one out. Try again. I'm going to go back to my green. I'm going to make my life easy. If I see printed marks on this, I'm going to turn it over and work with just the nice clean green side. And I'm going to do the same that my green did here. So all my greens are going to do the same, and all my yellows will do the same. And my green did it go under or over first? Did green go under the red, or did it go over the red first? What happened first? My green went under first. So I'm going to make these match by doing the same thing. Under, then over. Scooch it down. And repeat. Turn it so you don't see all the printed marks. And now I'm going to do what my yellow did here. My yellow's done correctly, and I want to repeat it right here. Okay, so does yellow go on top of the red, or does yellow go under the red? All right, try it again. Does yellow go on top of the red or under the red? It goes on top. And once you get the hang of it, and you figured out where you're making mistakes, and then you see how easy it is to fix mistakes because it's just paper and you just pull it back out and fix it. So we're going to be making a pattern 2 different ways on here. All right, we're going to make things that are repeating, designs that are repeating. We're repeating our colors, green, yellow, green, yellow. You might have yellow, orange, yellow, orange. You might have green, orange, green, orange. The colors are going to repeat the whole way across. We're also making a pattern with the shapes that we are using. So green square, red square, 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 the whole way across. So it's making a checkerboard design on our project. And you just keep repeating until you run out of strips or you run out of space. Scooch them down so they fit. As you get near the end, it gets a little bit harder to get these through, but you can. Try to squeeze that last one in. It's going to be tight, but if you cut all the way to your stop sign on the other side, you should be able to get them in. So another way you can check to see how you're doing and why weaving is so awesome and how we make fabric out of it is if I hold it up and give it a shake, my strips don't fall out. That's because I'm weaving correctly. And now this is a pretty strong piece of paper because I've done this weaving. Okay, friends, I did end up having one extra little piece of paper left, which is fine. That's my spare if I need it. And I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces inside my weaving. So here's your weaving. This is what we're looking to get done by the end of class. Take a photograph of it for me so I can see how you are doing and kind of help you out if you need some help with that. I can't wait to see what you made, and I'll see you next week. All right, friends, I had so much fun weaving with you today. This is a project that you can do with any kind of paper. As long as you remember the steps of the folding and the cutting steps, you can make your own weaving out of random scrap paper that you have lying around. So as a reminder, I want you to keep this project safe because we're not done with it. We are going to add some patterns to it next time when I see you. So keep it somewhere safe. But I do want a photograph of your project today because I want to make sure that we understand it and we don't need an extra day of practice to really nail down the weaving, because we will do weaving every year in art class, and I want to make sure that we understand the process behind weaving. So send me a photo. I want to see how they come out. All right, and I'll see you next week.